Good morning, everybody. It is a chilly morning up here in the Colorado mountains, but it is a gorgeous morning. If you look out that way, I don't know if the action cam blows out the highlights or not, but it's got some really nice light coming up on the mountains up here this morning, and we are out trying to catch the last remnants of fall color. And it's been a really good year for the fall color, and so I was hoping to get up here today and maybe see if I can catch some of the last glimpses of it before it fades. I think the weathermen have been forecasting some really big cold snaps to come in, and as soon as those hit, the aspens just lose all their leaves. On the drive up here this morning, driving past some of my favorite spots, I could see that the trees were already losing all of their leaves, so it happens fast. So right now I'm set up kind of, I wouldn't say precariously, but kind of up here on this little hillside above dirt road that meanders through the mountains up here, and just driving past, and I noticed this, I caught a glimpse of what looked like almost snow, and then I realized, no, it's water. It's a body of water. I'm not sure if it's a reservoir, if it's a lake out that way. I'm not sure if that's the Beaver Creek Reservoir or if that's the Skagway Reservoir. One of the two. I have to look at it on a map. But I found a really nice scene up here, and I've come up on this hill so I get a nice vantage point of it. We've got the, if you look out there, we've got the sun coming up on the mountainside over there. We've got the lake out that way. And then what really caught my eye, we've got this little cabin or barn or something down there in the foreground of this image. So I've come up on this hill. I've got my Fuji set up on my tripod here, and I've kind of just been shooting this a few different ways, mostly vertical, but I tried a couple of horizontal shots, but I like the vertical better. I've got it set up as a 1-to-1 ratio right now. May change that in post, may not, we'll see. But what I'm really liking right now, we've got the morning sun coming up and kind of putting some nice morning light out there on the hillside, and overall not too bad. I'm really enjoying this image. All right, well, we're getting a little bit of roadside photography in. The sun is coming up. It's just crested over the mountain there. And we're driving down the road here, and I was just looking for any kind of different scene to photograph today. And the lovely GoPro assistant would come in a little bit here and turn this way. We have this really interesting scene out here. We've got obviously some smaller aspens, and they've still got some of their leaves on them, which I'm actually kind of surprised because we've had a few cold snaps out here. But what really caught my attention are these root systems that are just kind of cascading down the side of the hill here. I'm not sure what these are. I feel like they're probably like bushes or bracken or whatever that have like kind of lived the end of their lifespan, because they look kind of dead to me. But I really like how they're cascading down, because they look almost like vines or something you'd see in the jungle. Or throwing a little nerdum right here, that one scene from the first Harry Potter where they all fall into the what's it called, the devil's snare. And yeah, I was just like, ooh, I've got to stop and take this image. And so I wasn't sure if it would work, but I've got my camera set up here. If we can just bring this in, putting my new assistant to work today. And as you guys can see right here, if I get rid of my display, as you can see right here, we've got the vines and stuff kind of just coming down into the lower third of the image here. And then we've got this one bush right here, which it's got some mostly brown, it's past peak, but some brown kind of leaves on it still, which adds some nice kind of texture there. And yeah, we've got all these aspens just up here. The one part of the image that I'm not sure I'm keen on is this kind of empty gap right here. I'd like if there was like a boulder or maybe a tiny, maybe like a little pine tree or something to fill in that gap. But overall, I'm very kind of pleased with this image. This is definitely one of the more unique images that I've found up in this area. All right, well, as you can see, the sun is up, the sky is blue. We're starting to get some harsher highlights and deeper shadows, so this is probably going to be the last image of the day, but it's still an image that I kind of like. I should have taken this during the sub, or not the sub prime. I should have taken this during the pre-dawn light, when I had some nice soft light, and I think it would have been a nicer image. As it stands right now, I've got some pretty harsh shadows, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about here. We've got this boulder that's kind of nestled in amongst these trees right here, and first off, I want to say, shooting in a 16:9 here, the actual image was a square format. That's how I've been shooting all day, just because all the images I've been shooting have really been lending themselves to square format, but yeah, so the actual image is going to be square format, and I think the actual image is going to be black and white, just because I do have some pretty harsh shadows, and so I don't think it's going to lend itself well to a color image. But what we've got here, we've got this big boulder in the scene right there, and what drew me to this is I kind of like its positioning. It kind of looks like it's hiding in between these two aspen trees right here, which I think gives it a nice framing. And then we've got some debris and little remnants of fall kind of scattered all over the place. The only detractor from this image that I don't really like is I've got a metal fence post right here and some barbed wire that's hanging over, because a lot of the property up here along this road, and a lot of property up here actually in this section of Colorado, is private property, which I'm sure it's families that have been up here for a while, and so can't complain really about that. But what really drew me to this image is the fact that this rock, it kind of looks like a troll face. If you think about it, just kind of like a smushed, kind of angry troll. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Kind of got to pay attention here because this is a road. People do live up here. So yeah, as far as a final image for this morning, pretty good. Again, I think I should have taken it in not subprime. Why do I keep trying to say that? I think I should have taken it in the early dawn light, because it would have been much softer. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the images we got today. Alright, well, as far as photos go, I think we're done for this morning. The sun is starting to cast some really harsh shadows, and especially out here doing forest photography. I mean, there are definitely times when that can work really well, but I think for what I was after, which was some nice kind of fall color and just different images, I think the lighting's not lending itself well to that. So, and also the colors are past prime. So I think, yeah, I think we're gonna call it here this morning. Sorry for the lack of B-roll. This was very much a let's just kind of drive around and see what we can see. And if I stop, if I see something I like, I'm gonna stop and do a little bit of video and take some photos. So I am really happy with the photos we got today. I think, as I progress as a photographer, I'm starting to look past the obvious shots and start to look for the more unique and interesting ones. So yeah, I am pretty happy with how today has gone. So I think just gonna pack it up here, get in the car, probably drive around a little bit more and just see what else is out here. But yeah, I don't know what else to say. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you click the like button. If you're just seeing my channel for the first time and want to keep following what I'm doing, please hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. I really feel like, I'm been pretty happy with the content I've been getting over the last few videos, so hopefully I can keep that momentum going. So yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'm kind of rambling now. Yeah, I think we're gonna call it a day here. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned, and I will see you on the next one.